hike. So number one concern when going for a hike out here doing a live stream is if I'm gonna have a strong enough signal. So I'm not really sure how this is gonna work. So we'll get out there in nature and see if I lose signal or not. Right now I'm on like 1 bar, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. So also, for anyone who hasn't watched me before, basically I've been doing these hikes. I tried to do a hike in a brand new place I've never been to before because I want to just see it for myself, get my first time reaction. But I do have to say I came here last summer, and when I came here, as soon as I got out of my car, I think I got attacked by like 50 mosquitoes, and I was like, forget this, I'm gonna get back in my car and leave. I'm not even gonna hike this trail. So I'm hoping now that I'm here when it is cold weather that there aren't as many mosquitoes, because that was terrible. They ate me alive. So let's go ahead. You probably hear some traffic behind me, but we're gonna actually start heading now into nature on this trail. I've never been here before. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what the trail is gonna be like. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, show you what's going on. If I don't do very much talking, I can always add music to this later. So just enjoy the scenes of nature, and thanks for watching. Now it is raining out. It's a little wet. I was a little unsure what shoes to wear because I figured I'm probably going to be getting muddy today. Kind of see here on the ground, I gotta kind of walk through this mud. And if it is too muddy, we can always turn around and go back. You may notice there's some buildings here, and I guess it's supposed to be like some sort of education center. They do summer camp programs here for kids. And there were no cars in the parking lot when I came here, so I assume there's no programs going on right now. So I'm actually not sure if I'm allowed to access any of the buildings that are here, because what you're gonna see right here is like a lookout point. If I go up a bunch of stairs, I could go up there, but like I said, I don't know if this is just open to the public or what that is, so I kind of feel like I don't want to climb up there right now.
So this had a lot more uphill hiking than I was expecting, which has been somewhat difficult for me. We're about to go down a steep hill. So my thought is I'm eventually going to have to climb this back up in order to get to my car. For anyone new that has never watched me before, I am filming this from Washington State in the United States of America. So I'm not sure where you're watching from, but it is early in the morning here, and I'm just out for a nice leisurely walk in nature. And where did this trail go? I don't know. I've never been here before, so we'll see where it goes. So the sign said this is supposed to be a good place for bird watching. I can't say that I've seen too many birds so far. I feel like I'm about to slip on these stairs. Everything's wet and muddy. I can hear some frogs. So we got this like wooden boardwalk to kind of walk over some marshy areas. Okay, I see a park bench up ahead. Maybe we can stop and take a little break. So the only issue is that it is raining, so this bench is really wet, and I would get all wet if I were to sit down on it. But let's go check out what's out here, because there's some water. Washington, of course, has lots of green, lots of trees, lots of water. So you're getting to see all the highlights. As you can also see, it is raining, so I'm in the Seattle area. So yes, it does rain, but it doesn't rain as much as people say it rains. People assume it rains year-round, all day, every day, and it really doesn't. We can keep walking and see how much farther this trail goes. For anyone just joining the live stream, this is my first time on this trail, so I don't even really know where it goes. I just started walking, and we're gonna see where it goes. A lot of these hikes I do, sometimes I'm the only one out here, which is nice to have some like peaceful time to myself. So here's the thing, we're out in nature, and you expect nature to be somewhat quiet, but you could probably hear like construction happening in the background. There's traffic from a nearby highway. I didn't bring a mic because I thought, it'll be quiet enough, you should be able to hear me. But I feel like some of these background noises are maybe drowning out the things I'm saying. But, I guess I'll find out when I watch this video later. But you wouldn't expect to hear cranes and construction going on when you're in such a nice, beautiful, peaceful place like this. So we're out here in the middle of nowhere in nature, and I came across this thing. I don't know what this is. Anyone know what that is? Seems to have a bat symbol on it. So if anyone knows what that is, leave a comment. I can hear helicopters flying over. I don't know if you can hear that as well. Got another wood bridge walking over the water. Guess we'll see what this next sign says. Says there is a farm stand if we go this way. You also see we'll follow this. Now there's also a trail that goes this way. So let's just go on this wooden bridge and see where this takes us. The idea here is that I'm gonna have to remember how to get back, because I went on this whole big loop and I don't even know how to get back to my car. Okay, so let's check this out. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at here. It seems like on the other side there's some sort of farm, but I don't know if that's open to the public. But we're on a bridge. We're looking out over the water. Let's see. Looks like you can go out on that little part of the water. Maybe we'll head over there. I think I could probably get a fairly good view if I get it just right. If I go right here and I zoom in, you can see we're over on a bridge over the water. And then there is all the office buildings and skyscrapers and all that. But we're here in nature, far, far away from the city. So, let's see what else we got going on over here. Alright, so this lets us go out onto the water. But after we do this real quick, I'm going to come back around and go over to where that little farm area was. There's another bench to sit down and rest. It is soaking wet. There's this that if I dare walk out there, I would hate to fall off into the water. But I could walk out there, and I bet in the summertime this would be a nice place to sit and, lay out on like a little towel and sunbathe and maybe have a picnic of sorts. Of course, watch out for those mosquitoes because they'll get you. But this does seem like a nice, private, peaceful place that you could just kind of lay here by the sun or lay here in the sun, maybe get a tan if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, let's turn around and go over to this farm area. I see another one of those weird boxes up in the sky. Still don't know what these are. Got a nice bench here. Walk by the water. So this does seem to be a farm of some sort, but I don't know what they're growing out here. So notice there's little signs here about the farm. Some things I've seen out here before, not this location, but there are a lot of places where you go, like where they're growing like blueberries, so you can like pick your own berries. There's places like lavender farms out here. a lot of places where you can come, you pay a fee, and then they let you like pick whatever stuff you want to pick that's growing. Oh, and let's not forget that this is Washington. There's a lot of apple trees up here. Now, yes, they have farms that grow apples, but just regular people, like in their backyard, will have an apple tree, and you can pretty much just grow your own fruit. So that's pretty cool. Hi. So far we've encountered 2 people on the trail, and that last person that just walked by, well, the first guy looked like he was just out for, exercise. This guy, it looks like he is driving this thing that's over here, and he works for the Park Service because he was wearing a uniform. Oh, here's someone else walking their dog. So maybe we're coming into an area that has a lot more pedestrian traffic. But yeah, that guy, he had on a uniform that he works for the Park Service here. So they obviously maintain the trails out here because everything here looks very nice and neat. And then just now someone passed by. They were walking 2 little white dogs. I can hear some sort of running water, but I'm also, I think, about to come across someone else that is here working on the Park Service. Here's the worker going back to his John Deere thing. Oh my goodness, so here's some Canadian geese. I think that's what these are.